my beautiful sensitive collective. We have a theme going here. So this is what is on the docket for tonight. My current favorite cards and some badass bitch fortunes. So let's see what we have. Oh, and I'm off my game. Ooh, this is your daily check-in. But as it is a timeless reading, whenever you are checking it out, you can check in and see how you are feeling and doing in your body, mind, spirit. If you need any guidance, encouragement, I thank all of our angels, archangels, totems, guides, the divine, for being with us. And I ask that they let some clear messages come through, like... Oh my God. Of course I decided to read this today. Mom, this is your fault. Today's positive advice. I don't know if I could say this. Don't be a fucking twat waffle. Oh, maybe YouTube won't know what that is. Seriously. I might have to bleep myself out. Okay, we're going to roll with it. We're just going to roll with it. Some days are like, we're just going to roll with it. Rolling, rolling, rolling. And see what our collective might want to hear from these beautiful cards. They always, well, I've only used them a couple of times, but now I know they are definitely an enchanted map that will lead us on a lovely adventure as we read them. So we'll see what they have to say. Please, cards, please, divine, what are my sensitives focusing on today? And I guess there's that good question. How sensitive are you today? Are you honoring your boundaries? Are you honoring your needs? That's an important way to begin every day, no matter what your routine is. Okay, so each year. So, what are we going to focus on today with our enchanted cards? Let's see. And I'm almost there. Okay, there's one. Down face. All right. Make it a surprise. Hey, man. Love a pocket edition of these. Oh, come on. My hands can't be this dysfunctional today. What is coming? All right. We'll cut them. Cut it out. So, all right. So we have three. Let's start with three. First card. Ooh, Bone Collector. That reminds me of Savage Daughter. I am my mother's savage daughter, the one who runs barefoot, cursing sharp stones. I am my mother's savage daughter. I will not cut my hair. I'll go for 4. I will not lower my voice. Yeah, because there's a lot of bones in that song. Because the second verse is, my mother's child is a savage. She reads the omens and the colors of stones, in the faces of cats and the falling of feathers, the dancing of flames and the curve of old bones. And then the last verse is, we all are brought forth out of darkness into this world through blood and through pain, but deep in our bones the old songs are waking. So sing them now with voices of thunder and rain. So there's something ancient. Kids in the hall. Kids in the hall! Maybe that's a confirmation for someone. Kids in the hall. Who liked that? I did watch that a bit. Yeah, it's the Bone Collector, and it's number 1. So talk about significance. The old songs are waking. Yeah, I'm definitely going to read this one. Oh, wait. Let's see what else is on. We've got the rabbit. I think there's another animal there, but I don't... Look, she's sitting on a skin, obviously. She's got a peacock feather. Oh. And the peacock is the animal of eternal life because it's the closest to a phoenix. And rabbit is fertility, creativity, spring. We are inching closer to spring. But this is ancient wisdom. This is like our ancestors. I don't have an ancestral deck. Time to get some more cards. And I don't know how to... I want to get like a wish list, an Amazon wish list going. If anybody is interested in seeing what's on my wish list. My birthday's in June. So maybe my friends will know what to get me. Yeah, I just want oracle card decks. Yep, in June, just want oracle card decks. You've been told. All right. When the Bone Collector appears, she is asking you to look closely at your circumstances to see if you're fully present or if you're reaching out of past conditioning and unconscious expectations. Whenever we are wounded, especially when we're young, it's as if something essential is stolen from us. Yes. We adapt. We accept a version of the truth that sets us up to behave a certain way in the future. And when faced with a situation similar to the original event, what we know about ourselves thus becomes influenced by our perception of limitation. You may feel unworthy or without courage. You may see yourself as flawed or unlovable or expect to be criticized. The Bone Collector reminds you that the truth is you are a powerful being with limitless possibilities. She has kept safe what was stolen from you in the wounding, and it is here for you to reclaim it now. You have everything you believe you lack, and the Bone Collector is your inner resource, like a skeleton. Act as if you have what you need, and you'll find you have it after all. It's like fake it till you make it, but then you realize you made it because you had it. Anything is possible. With awareness, the wounds of the past need not define you. That's tough. That's tough not to react, and when we're triggered, Sometimes we know we're triggered. Sometimes we don't know we're triggered. But being triggered, that's where to start. So if you have people in your life that you can talk to about those wounding moments, reach out to them. If you have a counselor, a psychotherapist, a doctor that you trust, an alternative health practitioner that you trust, talk about those wounds, because they need not define you. And sometimes it's not easy to do that alone. You need some help, especially at the start, because cracking that open is like taking all of your defenses down. You spend all this time putting those defenses up, and in order to get at that wound, gotta clean the wound. Just like, when my son came home with a grazed arm, he would scream at me when I would try and put it under soap and water. I'm like, buddy, we have to clean the wound. I don't know why I'm saying this, but I feel like it's significant somehow. You can't put a bandage on a dirty wound. You have to clean it. You have to get at it in order to heal it. And yes, it hurts. But you're better off having a clean wound, because if you don't, the process of healing is going to be insignificant. If you just stick a bandage back on there, let it fester. Yeah. Okay. See, I don't have my sage, but I bought a bottle to mix up some rosemary and lavender later, and I think I will do some saging. And if you have ways at home that you like to energetically clean your belongings or your residence or yourself, I definitely encourage you to do that. Let's look at the second card. Ooh, 13. Solitude. Interesting. So, again, I'm talking about Charlotte, a friend of mine who I know does watch the readings at least occasionally. She's like, you ask the tarot cards, what your next step is, or what's next in life for you, and throws down the 7 of Swords, and this poor guy lying on his face in the dirt with 7 swords stuck in him. And I wrote, that's why Mama don't read tarot. It's a little intense for me. It's a little intense. It made me laugh. I needed that. So in tarot, we also have the Tower. And the Tower, little Rapunzel here, is what we are living in. And if there's a Tower moment, it's the divine, sending the storm and lightning and, winged monkeys or whatever to take down that tower, because it's got to come down. The wound has to be cleaned. And maybe we have the period of solitude. Now, you could read this both ways. So I might read this both ways to see if it, will cover more of my collective. Maybe it's time for your solitude to begin, or maybe it's time for your solitude to end. It's only you will know. I'm comfortable in my own skin as I detach to replenish my soul. Yeah, so that's, the solitude beginning. Upright. Meditation is required when you receive the solitude card as a sign. Empty your mind of superfluous thoughts and allow stillness to flow through your whole being. This is not an advantageous time to ask questions or push forward in any way. Hi, Mercury retrograde. It's what's called for now is to step back and take your focus off your life and your troubles. You'll be surprised by how things sort themselves out once you've replenished your energy by means of much needed rest and time out. Abso-frickin-lutely. And reversed. Too much solitude results in isolation and separation. Now is the moment to get together with friends and join in the merriment. Hiding out will lead to loneliness and negative thinking. Separation at this time isn't a healthy choice. Are you in a situation in which you feel alone? You need to share this, not keep it to yourself. By joining in with others, you'll hear what you need to know, because Spirit finds a way to speak through them without their even knowing it. Yeah, you have the key to let yourself out of this prison. You are loved and never alone. So I guess it's it's up to you. Either your solitude is bringing you peace, or your solitude is destroying your peace. And that's going to be up to you to decide which. And you know. Ooh, talisman. And what does she have on her arm? It looks like some sort of a sea dragon. And she looks like a selkie ready to, go for a skinny dip or something. So, 49. Oh, and I didn't even see what she had in her hand. She's got a little bit of light. She's got a lantern. Is that the sea? I don't think it is. At first I thought it was the sea, but now it looks like she's just... There's circles around her feet. I thought maybe she was in a river. But now she's just in a toga. I'm going to have to read this one too, because there's so much information in these. I just love these cards. Let's see. Yeah, I do want to look at more from Colette Baron Reed. Let's see. Talisman. The lesson truly learned is crystallized as earned wisdom. You have all you need for the success you seek. Wisdom allows you to recognize traps on the road. Okay, so she's on a road. And familiar patterns that you want to avoid. It also enables you to quickly gather information about where you are on your journey. It helps you to recognize your allies and know how to find the best routes along the way. Now you're at a place where you know the right things to do and the best choices to make. You really can't commit a mistake. Whatever your inquiry, great fortune awaits you, for you have the wisdom to arrive at the right decision. You've learned your lessons and learned the right to your success. Woo! Interesting. So see the bone collector, and we've got the skulls. That is a deer. That is not a moose. But it makes me think of the moose totem, because the wisdom of the moose is you know what's best for you. You know whether you need to go out and party like a rock star, or you need to get in your fuzzy pajamas and make some popcorn. What feels better? Just as I say that, like, how does each of those situations feel in your body? Drinks with friends, finger food, or movie time, home pedicure, invite people over, you know what's right, which means you can't make a mistake. You are the one who's deciding where you need to step to next. But the reversed is you must be aware of repetitive patterns in your life. So you're faced with an opportunity of choice. You can move forward cautiously. You can look for another path that will take you in a new direction. If you've fallen down a hole a few times, why wouldn't you walk around a hole this time? If you knew where the hole lies, treasure the wisdom. Although the universe is unlimited, every individual path has some limitations. Accepting that not all avenues are available to you at this time is a powerful realization. That said, you don't have to retrace your footsteps either. No matter what, you're on the right path to gain greater wisdom. Regardless of the choice you make, this is the time to ask others who have been there. Ask for advice and assistance. Their wisdom will awaken your own. So, I can't remember. I think I was talking to someone who helped people with addiction. And they said, it's a long process. So you've got to give yourself grace and put yourself in the right environment. So there's a hole in the road. Someone walks down. So anyways, person walks down the road, falls in the hole. Next day, person has gotten out of the hole that he was previously in, walks down the same road, falls in the hole. Thinks, I shouldn't do this again. I probably shouldn't do this again. Climbs out of the hole. I don't know. Maybe it was easier because he left a ladder there yesterday or somebody hauled him out. Doesn't matter. Next time, walks down the road, looks at the hole, says, I probably shouldn't fall in. Falls in anyways. Next time, walks down the road, says, last time I made a choice. And I probably shouldn't have... and we're in. And then we're reflective and saying, what could I have done differently? Walks down the road. Really thinks to themselves, saying, do I want to really do this again? And, we fall in. Yep, this was an experiment. I ended up falling in again. So I'm really going to think about this now. Day after that, we don't even walk down that road. We take a different path altogether. Why walk on a holy road? Not holy in a good way. Know your decisions. Yeah. Last card. Oh yeah, this was the one that it fell out when I was singing. Flying! It's Pegasus. So if you are going down the right road or the right direction, whether ye be on land or sea, we're following. See, there's that labyrinth. I almost didn't look at that. There's that labyrinth where we don't think we're getting anywhere when, in fact, we are. Reminds me of that that stupid creature in Labyrinth who's trying to give Sarah advice. Let's see. Oh, nope, we're going backwards. You have the power to see things from a higher perspective. So if we're talking about totems, this would be like the giraffe or the eagle. Way up there, gets a much different perspective on life and sees there's no energetic boundaries. They can see way far in the distance. They know where they're headed. They know where they want to go. It's a goal. And they are out of the labyrinth at this point, and they are a flying pony. Let's see what the card actually says. If you were a bird flying high in the air, what would you see? When you soar above life's challenges and opportunities, a new perspective becomes available. Today you have invisible wings that allow you to swiftly bring your circumstances into alignment with your highest purpose. This is a sign that your waiting is over, that all your hard work has paid off, and the things you hoped for are no longer beyond your scope. You have the ability to reach for the stars and find one with your name on it. Spread your wings and soar. The angels are waiting for you. And you know what? I think this is where all of us are going. I feel like I don't want to read the reverse, but I feel like I just want to cover my bases. And just to say, I mean, I normally don't take reversed because I like to keep things simple. This is why I'm not a tarot reader. I have a tarot deck with like, I looked at it and it has all the symbols on it. And I'm like, even though it's like a training wheels tarot deck, I looked at it, I'm like, bah! Too many things. Going into overdrive. So, but it's good to know that reversed, if you're not there yet, if this is the card that you draw, it's okay, because it is still valuable wisdom, and even more so, you can only be where you are. If there are things that you're dealing with, you can only deal with the things that you are dealing with, because otherwise, where are you going to start from? You got to clean that wound, right? So if it's reversed, when you see the flying card reversed, it is a gentle reminder that there are times to take flight and times to remain grounded. And for now, you must avoid overreaching. There is still work to be done before you can earn your wings. Be patient. What you seek will not be out of reach forever. Remember the story of Icarus in the Greek mythology, where the wax-made wings and overconfidence brought him too close to the sun. He perished because he didn't realize his limitations. Humility is a great power, and now you must exercise it. Doing too much, too fast, too soon only serves to prevent a beautiful... doing too much, too fast, and too soon only serves to prevent a beautiful flight later on. And you don't want to do that. So if, for my collective, there are people that are in that tower, stay in the tower. You know, you're in there, you're there for a reason, you know? Give yourself a makeover. Like, take up a new hobby. Clean. Watch that, series you've been wanting to watch. Like me, this kind of reminds me of Bridgerton, which I'm engaged in right now. It really does. Yeah, if you're in at the point where you need to be on your island, be on your island. There's absolutely no shame in that, because you are building a foundation. You are cleaning, you are cleansing, you are releasing. So really, this card at the ending is everybody is going to get there, but everybody's going to take different paths. And that is 100% okay, because it's not possible to do anything else. We are not all the same. We grow and we heal and release and move forward in our own times. And it's only by honoring what we need and what is the best for us that we can give ourselves time to do the work to heal those wounds. And I'm thinking, this is not just a flesh wound. This is a wound that's right down to the bone. Because, and especially when you're talking about childhood wounds, they're bone deep. It's almost like, physical wounds heal. It's the psychological wounds that really get you. Because those are the ones that are bone deep. It's like you carry them in your marrow. And that's scary. Healing those things requires a container. You just have to find the right container, whether that be environment, whether that be people, whether that be the right exercises. What do we need? Anything you want done, baby, I'll do it. Deep freeze. Well, we are coming out of winter. 3. Okay, I'm seeing 3 in my head. listening, music, and the elephant being the remover of obstacles, the lion being courage. Oh, this is, what do we need in deep freeze? What do we need in solitude? Ooh. Spark. Huh. What is she doing? Sorry guys, I'm looking at it going, what's going on? Beautiful picture of a woman playing a violin. And it's almost as if there's hearts dripping off of it. And there's like a little fairy in the grass. Yeah. Huh. So I'm just going to quickly look at deep freeze and confirm my suspicions. The cold winter beckons you to slow down and put a freeze on things that are not ready to bloom. So yeah, time for regeneration. Oh, Mercury retrograde. Hibernation. Forgo ambitions. Activity. A pregnant pause. Allows ideas to gestate. Maybe somebody's looking to get pregnant. I don't know. Projects to shift and change, and relationships to go through a dreamy state of being, not going anywhere, not needing to. Time to put all your arguments on ice. Yeah, nothing beneficial will come from any of them. Self-care is the most important activity now. So reflect. Read a good book or get a massage. Rest and dream. Oh, yeah. See, that makes staying in make so much more sense and feel so much more beneficial. Because I guess I was kind of feeling like, oh no, I want my collective to be able to just jump out of that tower and fly. But if we're an elephant, that might be tough. Even Demicus, I believe Demicus was Icarus's father. Something, I can't remember exactly his name, but may not be able to fly, but you can listen to music that makes you want to fly. I mean, really, like, whether you are jumping out of the tower or you're staying in, meditate. Meditation, I remember in the pandemic, I would feel very isolated and very trapped, and then I would meditate, and I would realize how much room I had inside of me, like how much, to what depth I could kind of sink into my thoughts, and I didn't feel trapped anymore, and that's exactly what the elephant is that removal of obstacles. So don't be afraid to just enjoy the deep freeze, because, and we have a spark, so the heat will come, the summer will come. And now we can read 53. Elephant listening. An open heart will hear the message. When this card appears, you're being reminded that there is time to speak and time to be silent. There's time. Oh, now is the occasion for listening. Pay attention not only to what is being spoken, but also to what is not being said at the moment, for the deeper message is not always obvious. Listen with your heart, not just your ears, and you'll find clarity. Receiving the listening card is a fortunate sign and ensures a greater understanding of your circumstances. So, it sounds very peaceful. Yeah, I think I don't mind being in the tower for a while. There's something before spark, though. Like, just like the other cards. Just like talisman. This is becoming a long and juicy reading, and I love it. Because this is definitely one thing I can do while I'm ensconced in my tower. Oh, he wanted to go. Strength. Wow. So we have, almost looks like it could be the same character. We have someone trying their strength, getting stronger, and then we have the spark reigniting. That is beautiful. So, yes. Gonna look up that one. The strength to accomplish even the most daunting tasks is yours at this time. You can connect with and channel the power of the universe. The strength card indicates that your ideas are being tested and refined, and your relationships are being deepened. No matter what happens, nothing can move you off your course of evolution. The potency of your connections becomes more obvious. You're able to harness the creative energies that are available to you. Have courage. Dive in, for magic is the process. So you know what? For the people that are on land, they're moving forward. For the people that perhaps see the ocean, like me, they're barging up. They're meant to stay for a while and listen and harness their creativity. Having courage and dive in, for magic is the process of finding a form to take. Have courage and dive in. The magic is in the process of finding a form to take. When you remember that real strength comes from a combination of your efforts and resilience on a higher power working through you, all is possible. You can do anything now. So you are here to listen, I think, not just to, we're not talking music. We're also talking to the divine. You are in your tower to reconnect to spirit. Because going forward, that's what makes this possible. You co-creating with the universe. You have to listen to the divine, because the divine knows you. The divine was there before you were born, obviously. The divine... There's a tree growing out of that planet. Definitely creation. And why not? Like, honestly, why not get help from divine? You're here. You have to forge your own relationship with whatever you want to call the universe. What do you have to lose? Right? Go in, meditate, ask to connect to your higher power, higher self, divine guides, whatever makes you comfortable. Doesn't matter who you pray to, what you pray, just that you do. Because we do better when we are connected to the divine. Now, I really want to see the spark here. Because she's now... So we have music over... We have music, listening to music. We have growing strong. And then we have playing our own music. And our own music is made even more beautiful with a connection and blessing from the divine. Let's see what the card actually says. There is a spark of creativity in you, and you have every reason to move forward with optimism and hope. Open yourself to inspiration and allow life to show you its beauty and your part in co-creating. Thank you, Divine, for that confirmation. That was wonderful. This is the perfect time to give birth to an idea. Which one was all about pregnancy? I think it was the deep freeze. Yeah. Start a new relationship or job. Well, that'll be hard in a tower, but that's okay. Or begin any endeavor. Attraction is high as you connect with others who can co-create joyous experiences and join with you in expressing the finer aspects of life. Watching a spark turn into a flame and stoking that fire is a gratifying activity. So whether you take the path of you coming out of the tower, being the bone collector, solidifying the wisdom, coming out of the tower, finding the right path and heading off into the sunset with Pegasus, or I feel like we just did a pick up pile, or committing to the deep freeze, the gestation of whatever might happen, committing to listening to the divine, listening to your inner voice, your higher self, gaining strength, gaining health, letting it take the time that it takes until you are ready to find your own spark. And this is a strong path because it is worth the wait. If you are here now, you are doing the right thing and you will get there and it will be worth the wait. And you have an opportunity to actually get the help and do the things that you need to do. And if you are ready to come out of that tower and walk down a different path and start a whole new journey, that is beautiful too. So I'm so proud of you guys. Whether it's, pile A or pile B, you're doing well. So that means I will finish up this reading and I will pull a Soul's Journey card for each side here, for each vision. Whether you are in the tower or leaving the tower, whether you're coming or going, I want to know what you can focus on. Leave you with a last word. And these are great cards too because they're so to the point. Okay, so pile number 1, heading out of the tower. What can they focus on that would be the most beneficial? Please, Divine. Acceptance. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. That makes a lot of sense. So that means that you're taking things at face value and you're saying, this is what it is. This is the road leading out of the tower. This is the one I'm going to take. Okay, for those hanging out in the tower a little longer, what do they need to focus on? Please tell me, Spirit. Oh, Interesting. Huh. Guilt. I release any beliefs that no longer assist. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. Yeah, so that's letting go of things that don't matter. Letting go of things. Yeah, it's like forgiveness. And I know this is not the forgiveness card, but when you have guilt, it's letting go of the things that were not your responsibility, or that you can't do anything about, or letting go of the things that no longer serve you. And then it's like a little nod to tarot. Sound of Swords. Death. Because death in tarot is just the death of something old and the beginning of something new. And I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. So we're working through a lot of emotions, probably many more. I could probably pull a couple. Is that what I should do? Okay. What other things, what other emotions are we dealing with as we hang out in this tower? See, I just don't want it to end. I'm like, I love it. I love this. So much information from Divine. And it feels good to be connected to Divine. To have these moments where I know stuff is coming through. Honesty. Interesting. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can accept it from myself. To be honest with myself about what is my responsibility, what is not. So you're really like piecing through some things. Interesting. Honesty, always a good policy. Ooh, another orange card. What's this? Denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. Interesting. So, in the tower, there's still fear, there's still doubts, but the tower creates a beautiful cradle to nurse those fears and doubts in order to have an ending of those things. And that's okay. This is just a little bit of a longer path to go the same place. Whereas when you're heading, oh gosh, when person, that's a color. Wow. Hi. Person A is heading out. Pride. I guess if they've come to an acceptance, I love myself and I see myself in everyone. That's a good thing. That's leaving the tower with some good vibes. And I'll pull 2 cards for this section of my collective. Ooh. Ooh, and this looks like the blue rose of Mary. There's some meditations that are like, or activations that are the blue rose of Mary. Happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I'm on the right path. Especially because I'm on a Pegasus! Flying over Bridgerton. Yeah. And you know what, Pile B? You'll get there. Your Pegasus is just waiting. What else? One last. Ooh. Adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. So, it's so interesting. That itself looks like a tower. So, oh my gosh, adversity, acceptance. So this is the I accept that this challenge was the best way for me to learn. That's, yeah. Which leads me to just be proud of the way that I learn. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. And that's a lot of compassion too. So like I see flaws in myself, I see other people's flaws and try and have grace for them. And I love myself and the good parts of me, and I see the good parts of other people. You know, nothing can change without compassion. Yeah. And that brings happiness. And you know, you don't have to just be on one path. You know, it can depend on the day. Right? Like this reading is for you right now, sitting in your seat. Tomorrow it could be different. And that's just going with the flow, because we are always changing. So you always have a choice to make a different decision. Anyways, this will be a long reading. And for those that have hung in there, thank you very, very much. The other thing I wanted to tell you is I have a Facebook group called the Energy Healing Oracle 555, and I will be doing my next live reading on March the 17th, St. Patrick's Day. We are going to have an adventure over the rainbow. We are going to find some treasure, some gold in your future. And I want some questions. Are there things you want to know about your future? Are there questions you want answered? Are you looking for that silver lining? You know, tell me if there's things that you would like answered, and I will do my best to incorporate them in the live reading. I will do an invite to the St. Patrick's Day live through Facebook. So if you want to be included in that live, join the group, throw your questions into the comments section, or just say, hi, how are you? I'm here. I'll be joining you on the live. That would be great too. And it's just 2 weeks now till March break. And I'm very excited. So I will have to pick the cards very carefully. I wish I had theme decks. I wish I had like a leprechaun deck. Actually, that's true. I can see if I can find a fey deck, a fairy deck. Ooh, yes. Yes. Okay. Anyways, I'm getting all excited and I want to get this out to you today. So again, thank you so much. And if you could take a moment to like, share, subscribe, that would be wonderful to grow this beautiful collective so I can do more and more wonderful things with you. And for people who know me, I might start an Amazon wish list with cards because they don't grow on trees. I wish they did. I really wish they did. Then it would be just a great harvest. Anyways, I'm babbling. I'm going to go now. So take care, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.